coming out of Israel. And I just want to warn everyone, trigger warning here before I show this video. I find it deeply disturbing, and you probably will too. We've been discussing for a while on this show the horrific abuse and torture and rape of Palestinian prisoners at this Israeli prison camp. You had a number of soldiers who were initially arrested, although I believe now they've all been released, who were arrested by the Israelis because of raping a Palestinian prisoner, specifically sodomizing him. And there were riots that broke out, including government ministers in defense of those soldiers who, and let's go ahead and put the video up on the screen while I'm talking, who were on camera while they were committing this rape. So I'm going to play this out. You can see them getting the prisoner up. They're going to walk him over. They're going to shield themselves because apparently they know that they're being recorded. I believe this is like being live streamed into IDF headquarters. And so they shield what's going on with literal shields. But, you know, this is where the horrific sexual assault occurs. And, you know, the fact that there's video evidence and the fact that we have multiple mainstream media reports that say this was not an isolated incident. That particular prisoner, we can take this down now, that particular prisoner sustained horrific injuries, and that's part of why they felt that they had to, at least initially, arrest these soldiers. They're also playing a bit of a political game here with regard to the ICJ, the ICC, and also some countries that are putting pressure on them of trying to show through, you know, a case or two, oh, of course we hold our people accountable. But again, when you look at the body of evidence, this was part of systematic torture and abuse of these prisoners that occurred regularly. So to show you the way that this is all being received within the state of Israel, I mean, this is, I don't even know what to say about this. They were debating on one of the Israeli news channels, and this is a quote-unquote journalist for an Israeli daily newspaper, who's arguing in favor of raping Palestinian prisoners and actually complains that the only problem he sees is that this isn't systematized, which actually there's a question about whether or not it is. The UN report, the Pramila Patton report, suggested that it was probably systematized. Put this up on the screen. I'm going to do my best to read the subtitles. He says, I don't give a rat's ass what they did to that Hamas man. I always remember, first of all, the only thing that is a problem for me here is that it's not a regulated policy of the state to abuse the detainees. He goes on, first of all, they deserve it, and it's great revenge that we need to give them. And secondly, maybe it will also serve as a little more as a deterrent. And he goes on from there.